Everyone's Spears team looks different in recent weeks, more fluid, the chemistry. What's changed? Would you say with this surge you all have been experiencing?
I would say our resiliency. Like even when we get down and things don't go our way, like we still find a way to win. And um, I think we won every single game. We've held our opponents under 84, so 74 is really good for us. And especially in that fourth quarter, like we just played really good defense. We were switching, we were communicating. Um, but I think just obviously you can start to tell like we're just getting more comfortable overall playing with each other, our chemistry, we know where our teammates are going to be, and then also just setting our teammates up for success, like put them in positions that they can be successful in. And I think we've done a better job of that.
Let's go here.
Keep that door open.
Yeah. Kelsey, kind of caught from your reporter as well. Just what kind of went right for you in this different?
I'm just trying, like I said, I try to stay in rhythm based on how our game is going and what we need as a group. Obviously, I want to stay aggressive, but I just try to, like I said, fill the gaps based on how these guys play and just be utilized on that backside just in case they need me. And at that point, just find whatever play you can make.
Yeah, Aliyah, you had a double-double by halftime, and I believe a new career high in rebounds. Just what was working for you on fourth?
I think I was just trying to make sure that I'm able to rebound the ball, be in the best position for my teammates. I think to start the game, they did a great job getting me post touches early on, and then outside of that, just making sure I rebound and finish my putbacks.
Up front.
Pro you into a season and a half of being a professional?
I feel like it might be, but I feel like I've also gotten better from my rookie season to now, just continuing to be consistent, and I think that's the biggest thing that I need to be able to do for my teammates.
Caitlin, you passed keeper second on time now. It's rookie season.
Yeah.
And you do it in Minneapolis where you obviously have a lot of fond memories here. What does that mean to you? Does that add any sort of sentimental value to do that in this building?
Not really. Probably something I won't remember. I don't know. It's cool. Yep.
You are so funny, girl.
Yeah, just playing in Minnesota. Obviously, you're going to come back here against them again, and you said the amount more we talked about before the game. But I think it's now 9-0 in terms of your time in college and in like the Big Ten tournaments in Minneapolis. Just what's got you right about this city?
Well, the fans are awesome, man. I mean, how many Fever fans were here? It seemed like a lot of Fever fans. Are you saying there are a lot of Fever fans
There
here?
were a lot of Fever fans.
Yeah, there were a lot of Fever fans. They were cheering, going crazy. A lot of people that probably supported when I was here playing with Iowa, but I don't know. It's a great venue. Target Center's awesome. I mean, I remember like when I was here for in college, like the people were lined up like overnight to try to get in the door, and like they just love women's basketball. The city supports women's basketball. Obviously, the history here and what the Lynx have been able to do. But yeah, I mean, I guess maybe there's a little magic in here. Who knows? Just knock on wood because we do come back.
Obviously, Caitlin has talked about your support for her and everything that she's experienced. For you, what has been your advice as she's dealt with this big spotlight and this entire team obviously has dealt with that spotlight?
Yeah, I feel like I've told her just like continue to be her. Like, don't put any more pressure on herself because obviously like there's a lot of outside noise about what they think from her, but just continue to be her. I think she does a great job just helping us on this team, putting us in great positions night in, night out. And then off the court too, I just feel like we've just continued to build our relationship and it's been great.
Got time for two on Zoom. Start with Matt, then we'll go to Blake.
Yeah, hi Caitlin. I was just wondering on review if you found yourself being over eager with your shot selection at the end of the third quarter, and if so, kind of what adjustments you made into the fourth.
No, I don't think I was over eager. I think I'm just going to take shots that I think are good shots. The coaches have just encouraged me to be aggressive. I thought in the fourth quarter of our last game, I kind of relaxed a little bit. So just come out and stay aggressive. And honestly, if they probably went in, it would probably be a different story. You probably would have asked me a different question. But I think as a shooter and somebody that needs to score and something that this team needs is like, I can't stop playing. Like you got to just continue to play through it. And Christie diagrammed a great play to start the fourth quarter and got me a great clean look. And honestly, I think that was, the perfect start for us. We cut it to what was it at that point, 3 points, and came down, got a stop. So no, I don't think I was overeager, and I think just continue to be aggressive, but also continue to set my teammates up. But at the same time, like Minnesota is known as probably one of the better defensive teams in this league, maybe the best statistically. So yeah, I think they play great defense too.
The last one on Zoom, Blake, and then we'll finish in the room with Myron.
Hey, ladies, this is Blake Spadaro from Blake's Take and WNBA Swish. What did you ladies think of the fourth quarter offensive execution compared to the first three quarters?
Yes.
I think for us, it was about figuring out what we need to adjust to. We knew like going into the game plan and the schemes that they were, they didn't have a big presence in the post, and so we knew we needed to get the ball inside, touch the paint, utilize our post for what they bring to the table. And I think down the stretch we kind of got back to that as well as play defense. So I think accumulation of knowing where we need to get the ball and then spreading out when 7 needed us, and then going down to play on the defensive end kind of just put us in position in the game.
Obviously, Cheryl's the first national team. Kevin, actually thought about what it would take to be able to represent your country one day on that stage. Career.
Yeah, that's definitely a goal of mine. That's people dream of being an Olympian, and that's one of mine. I know Coach Reeves is the head coach, and so I mean, for me, it's just going to continue to work hard to do what I need to do to get on that team.
Yeah, same thing. Like that's what you dream of as a young kid, like getting to represent your country. And obviously, I mean, AB having experience of playing for the junior national teams, like how fun that is and how cool it is to wear USA across your chest. So gives you something to work for, something to dream for. But also I feel like I can continue to get a lot better. And that for me, like that's my main focus, and that's what excites me the most going forward.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks guys.
Any questions in the room? Myron, what were you going?
Coach, obviously this team has looked different in recent weeks, more chemistry, just more fluid play. What would you say has been the biggest difference with what we're seeing right now from this team?
I think just time spent together. The expectation early was they should have had it then, but that's just not how it works. So just the time spent, the practices, the learning of each other, just that chemistry it's huge. It makes all the difference in the world.
You talked a lot last year about closing out games and how you haven't been able to do that last year. What did it feel like to kind of be tied at 71 with 4 minutes left and then get that win?
Yeah, I think that just goes to the experience piece as well. Like just having those moments last year where we couldn't finish it, couldn't get it done. We found a way to learn from those moments. And I think, that's just part of our growth. And so really proud of our team in the fourth quarter. They made some adjustments in the fourth. It really paid off for us.
What does a game like this say about, Caitlin's ability to impact the game, even when the shots maybe aren't falling, from the 3-point line the way they did today?
Yeah, I mean, she's going to impact the game if she makes, 5 shots, 10 shots. It doesn't matter. I mean, she's going to do what she needs to do. She's going to find her teammates when they're open. What she does is she draws so much attention, regardless if she's making shots. She's drawing that attention, which is able to free up a lot of, of our other players.
George and Blake.
George Guay from the Just Say Guay Sports Podcast. Coach, the team right now is 4-1 in its last 5 games against playoff teams. Very impressive. Given the start of the season, what does that say about the group right now?
Growth. Just growth. I mean, I can't speak on it enough for these guys to finally get, to have the time together. You can't just show up and be on the same page. And so that's kind of what I think we're seeing right now with how we're playing. And then also defensively, that's an area that we've, really struggled at, and we've just found ways to keep working on it. We just, found a way. It's just been talked about more and more, the pride on the defensive end. And we just keep growing in that area as well.
Blake.
Hey, Coach, this is Blake Spadaro from Blake's Take and WNBA Swish. In the fourth quarter, y'all scored 28 points as a team, and y'all didn't play obviously that great in the first 3 quarters. What sense of urgency did y'all have in the fourth quarter compared to the first 3 quarters?
Yeah, I think it was getting stops. I think we were able to get more stops and get out and run in transition. I'm not sure how many points we finished with in transition. That's a huge stat for us, but I feel like we were able to get stops and run. I feel like our ATOs, I think we were able to finish some ATOs late in the game that were really important. And we hit our free throws.
A lot of people are talking about Caitlin and her adjustment at this level, but obviously Aliyah's had to adjust with new faces and new players around her. How impressed have you been by what she's been able to do, especially the recent surge she's made.
Yeah, Aliyah Boston is a special person and special player, and she struggled early, kind of lost her confidence, but was able to get that back, and she's so impactful on the offensive end and the defensive end. With the scores and shooters that we have out there, she's able to, she sets really good screens and she makes really great reads off those screens to make those second cuts. But she's just doing a great job. She's also grown. We started the season playing the best post players in the league. And I thought that had probably a little bit to do with it, but now, she's got her confidence. We have some rhythm now. She knows where Caitlin's looking on certain passes, and that's just that timing chemistry.
Just seemed like a very pro Indiana crowd today, even on the road. Just how does that affect you guys, if at all?
It's huge. To be on the road in Minnesota, that's just, it's just a different feeling. I think we hit a bucket late, and I looked around because the crowd just went crazy, and that's just not, you're not used to that, on the road. A couple people Caitlin, second in all-time assists for a rookie today, got that. She passed Sue. She's chasing Tisha Pinachero, who was an incredible player, passer. Just kudos to her. Aliyah Boston, 16 rebounds, career high for her. Just people stepping up, doing a great job.
Cheryl's obviously the national team coach. What do you think Caitlin and Aliyah, will have to do in the years ahead to earn that opportunity to represent their country in future Olympics?
I think just keep doing what they're doing, just being prepared, being ready, and that's who they are. They're going to be ready when that opportunity comes around again.
Last one on Zoom, Rob.
Thank you, Coach Sides. It's been a great turnaround since the summer months. So, what do you feel like this team has done to turn around and be a few more wins away from tying last year's record and showing that y'all are not just fighting for a playoff position, but to also be higher up there to get a good matchup in the playoffs, if that's your vision?
Yeah, our vision is just to keep growing and keep getting better every day. Learn from wins, learn from losses. We're able to practice. We've been able to practice more, which that is huge for us. Been able to just, that time, that chemistry. It makes such a difference. And that is, I can't say that enough.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank y'all.